I mean, this might work out, so, but you guys let me know. Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up your character sheet, and I'll like roll for you. Um, you're welcome. I live to serve. Okay. So last time, when we last left off with our intrepid heroes, they fell through the Stargate portal that was conjured up by the Tao. They tried to kind of gain their bearings, and when they did, one of the last acts that Helg performed was blowing a whistle in defiance at the Dow or at the bullet trainer with a nice flip in the bird while he fell through the portal. And because of that, the undead bullet came barreling through after them because he was
God damn it.
responding to the whistle.
I do good work.
He crashed into the party, landing on top of Hattori and on top of Dorn. Through some quick teamwork, though, the undead Frankenbullet was quickly dispatched. The killing blow coming from Helg, ripping off the arm paw that was on top of Hattori, ripping it from the stitching seam, and then like beating him senseless with it.
Christ.
I fix.
From there, the party decided to travel together, and Kalen blazed a trail, or along with the help of some of the NPCs, Greta in particular, gaining a +2 to survival. They headed off to the west towards the barren forest. Upon further inspection of the actual trees, they kind of resembled death and decaying red larch trees. As you continue down, the environment was kind of becoming, the gloom of the environment was becoming a lot to bear, and everyone rolled a wisdom saving throw to try to shake off the despair. A number of your party failed, to include Merv, Hattori, Kalen, and Nala, amongst other NPCs. Merv is undergoing madness. Hattori is apathetic. Kalen and Nala are both dreadful. They stumbled upon a large zombie horde in the wood, and as they were going to kind of intercede, they also came upon a group of tribal horseback warriors that were more or less kind of resembled the Dothraki, just for like the sake of simplicity. But they were like these engine-like Dothrakis that were rode in, were attacking the zombie horde, and also kind of wildly and feral-like cannibalizing the zombies. When they found your party, though, that were trying to mistakenly befriend them, they turned on you guys, and a battle ensued. A number of people were taken. Orna, one of the NPCs, was killed, brutally killed and murdered by a tribal warrior, and cannibalized right in front of you, Hattori.
Yeah, that would make me pretty apathetic.
Yeah, she screamed, "No, not my face!" as the warrior was like gnawing at her face. They managed.
That's my looking face.
What? Okay. They managed to scoop up Merv, Hattori, Ruck, and another one of the NPCs, Droth, who is a magic user. Everyone else kind of...
The hot one?
What?
Which one is the hot one?
You think Ruck is hot for whatever reason. But her captor died and fell off the horse, and her horse was going due east, away from where your captors were headed north.
God damn it! How did her captor die? Like unassociated heart attack, or like?
No, somebody shot him with a crossbow bolt. I think it was Heron. So the rest of your party is kind of gathering amongst themselves. They decided to try to find a place that was secure before they made their next move, to include Helg. Wolgrada is there with you, Helg, and she is, after making... not necessarily camp, but like establishing a place that's safe. She looks over to you, Helg, and says, "Are your friends going to be okay? What's going to happen? Are we going to find them?"
I don't know.
Who's Will Greta?
Wolgrada is a female dwarf who was one of the prisoners that was being tortured in the Earth cult dungeon.
I didn't know she was dwarf with a dwarfy name like Will Greta.
Since nobody else is here, I don't really want to make any decisions for the group, but I mean, I want to go after them.
Right. Josh stated in his text to me that he would like to assist in whatever way he can. Most notably, he can cast tongues, which would bar that language barrier. That was the other thing, Joe, was that these individuals did not speak your language. They spoke like a mixture of like Undercommon and Abyssal.
Okay.
But that was like the best that y'all could make out as Heron tried to communicate with them. Andy, you did manage to finally kill their leader of the raiding party, and you took away from him a scimitar, a whip, a small pouch with flint, scrying bones, and some makeup that you or some red like wannabe like clay makeup that you gave to Heron. But you also have a whip now.
Can I use the whip? Do I know how?
If it's in your proficiencies, I think a whip is an exotic weapon. But as a
tear your ear off.
What?
I think you said I was going to tear my face off.
Yeah, maybe. As a fighter,
Tear off your.
So it is a martial melee weapon, and as a fighter, I would imagine you have proficiency with it.
Oh my god! Fuck? I wish I could dual wield.
You do have proficiency with the whip.
All right.
It is 1d4 slashing.
Okay.
And it has finesse and reach are their properties.
Would I be able to do what the dude did to me and try to steal people's weapons?
I'm going to say no for now, because that was kind of like a special thing that he had.
Okay.
But, I mean, you could certainly make a roll for it. I mean, it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities.
Okay.
Helg, or Hattori, when we last left off with you, you were killing a bunch of zombies. A couple of the horsemen came up and kind of encircled you. You were doing your flurry of blows against them, but and you would see this in the last video. One of the women riders jumped down at you like they had lunged at the others, but in an attempt to capture you, she lassoed you and hogtied you with a natural 20 where you were trying to resist and you got a natural 1. So it was just a real bad shit show for you, buddy.
Let me just say that Hattori is probably really attracted to that one. So he's going to try not to kill her.
Okay. So she's managed to get the best of you and is now they are riding away with you. You are doing your best to keep up, but it's not. You're being dragged at this point.
I'm being dragged on the ground?
Yeah. You're currently unconscious, and you wake up, and you are on the back of another horse, tied up. And Andy, we're going to pause on your party for now.
Okay.
And we're going to go to Hattori. You wake up with 1 HP, and I should probably modify that on your sheet.
Okay. Fuck me. So if somebody sneezes, I'm dead.
Pretty much. You wake up and you kind of look around and you see that the horses have kind of slowed to a not a gallop anymore, but kind of like a steady pace. They stop at some sort of I guess what you would think is a camp. You look up. It's dusk, you think, but kind of where there's just a little bit of light left. It's about to enter nightfall, but this place is already pretty dark. You also, as you look out, you can't discern any colors except within 5 feet of you. So on the horse, you can see that this horse is, is a brown mare, I guess. But like if you were to look out further past 5 feet, you can't discern any color.
Is the map currently reflective of?
No, nothing in the map that I have on Roll20 is reflective of anything.
Okay.
As you look about,
sorry,
it's okay. As you look about and you see the campsite, you see more of these horsemen, of these I'm just going to call them tribal warriors because they're not Dothraki. I just use that as an analogy. And they're not like Comanche Indians, like I had said in the last one. But basically, all of them look like they've got their faces painted red. Their bodies are painted white and black. And they have very skimpy clothing on, almost like deer skin accoutrement, I guess. But they are wielding, scimitars, whips, very crude weapons. You get the feeling that these are very they're very feral. The way that they interact with each other is very rough at best. They seem to not really have like the highest regard for each other, and definitely not you. You are taken off, and you're bound, and you are put next to Merv, who looks pretty bad, and Droth, who is the male human.
One?
No, Droth is the male human sorcerer.
Yeah.
Who I described as skinny fat.
Ew! I hope he dies.
And he's not looking too good either. You are shuffled off to like this makeshift, I guess. So you see a campfire in the middle of this campsite. You're shuffled off to, that thing that you tie your horses to at like the saloon. You're shuffled off over
Yeah.
there, and you're wrapped up, and you're actually next to another individual who is at first you thought it was just like this oversized. At first, you thought it was maybe a what is it? A rashaka. It's a very feline looking person, and roll. And I guess I'll roll for you a.
No, I'm mostly done with my stuff.
Oh, okay.
Am I rolling?
You are rolling just a straight up and down history to see if you can recognize.
I guess I should have let you roll.
Fuck.
You've never seen this type of person before, but you've heard stories of the tabaxi, and they are essentially feline people. You didn't know that they were, but you've never come across one before. This tabaxi is a very skinny, manging-looking version of like a tabby cat with gray fur. He looks at you, and you look at him, and you don't really. He doesn't say anything to you.
Okay. Are there captors around? Do we have captors around us?
There's one who is kind of maybe 15 feet away from you, but he after they like go off to that thing, they don't really. They're not like eyeing you at the moment. You do. Is there an echo?
Yes.
It sounds echoey. Okay, it's gone. No, there it is. You also notice that you feel a little drained now that you've been tied up to this particular pole, but you can't discern why. What do you do?
Okay. I guess under my breath, so that the closest guard can't hear, I turn to the. I turn to the tabby, and God damn it! It's been so long since I've done this horrible accent. I say, "Do you speak a common?"
Are you talking to the cat person?
Yeah. Yeah.
He looks up at you and he goes, "Yes."
I'm not gonna do an accent. That's awkward. Say, "What's your name?"
Well, they back where I'm from, they call me Smokey.
You call him what?
Smokey.
Okay. I bow my head ever so slightly, and I say, "I am Hitori Ito."
Well, I would say it's nice to meet you, but I'm hurting pretty bad here.
Likewise, Smokey. Are you able to fight?
He looks at you and goes, "No."
Well, that's not what. Okay. Damn it.
He's bound as well.
Let me try my bonds first of all. First and foremost, can I?
Yeah, you
Let
can
me,
absolutely make a strength check. But remember, you are apathetic and you have disadvantage.
Right, I forgot I was doing that. Okay. This is gonna be weird. I don't like this at all.
Oh, even if you were to have disadvantage. With a strength save of 6, that is not enough to break this magical rope that seems to just like not let go.
what is? God damn it! What is the room like?
There's no room. You're out in the wilderness.
Oh, we're outside.
You're outside. You're out in the wilderness. You look up. It's a very bleak and barren land that you're in. You're next to like a bunch of tumbleweed and wannabe cacti. The dead red larch trees are sprouting. Not numerous, but they're sparse. But you still see them dotted here and there. You're next to what you think might be the mouth of a cave. There is a fire that's in the middle, and you see a number of these warriors talking amongst themselves, fighting amongst themselves, dancing amongst themselves. It looks like they are preparing for camp for the night. You also see one person who is painted in all white. And she was not the one who took you, but she looks like she might be an elf because her ears are pointed and you're racist. But other than that, like they're all like talking amongst themselves. What?
The ones who are dancing and fighting.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it good? Is it professional? Like, is it sloppy? Are they amateurs?
It's wild.
Huh.
It's wild, and it doesn't necessarily. It's not good or bad. It's erratic. It looks like whenever they like start to like dance, and then they start fighting and like getting at each other, and then they kind of like circle around, and it's like they're playing slap box with each other, but then it like turns violent, and then like one of them is just like they take the other, and then they like gnaw Mike Tyson like on their ear, and like the loser is just like he kind of shrugs him off, but like it's not. Like he's like kind of like looks, and the other guy's just kind of like, yeah, fuck you, that sort of thing.
This pole, is it like planted in the ground by anything permanent, or is it just like a pole they shoved into the ground?
It's a pole that they shoved into the ground, but it's also as you're like next to this pole, you feel weakened, you feel dampened almost. As if you were to try to concentrate your ki, you can't seem to do it. Like something's like disturbing you, and you don't know where it's coming from. As you contemplate that, Helg, we're gonna switch to you. Your compatriots have like made camp or made a somewhat camp and secure. You are free to do what you like. Nala did suggest that y'all take up watch, but she is also her and Wilgreda have expressed fear for your companions. What would you like to do? Helg.
Sorry, what?
So you've made camp essentially, but your friend Nala and Wilgreda and the others, they have expressed fear for Hattori and Merv. Not necessarily Droth because y'all don't know him from anyone else, but you do feel bad for your Ganassi friends.
Is it possible to track these guys? Like they're on horseback, so I assume their trail is pretty obvious.
Yes, it's possible to track them. You know that Wilgreda was helping with the survival checks, so she could potentially help you guys track if you wanted to split away from the main party. Up to you.
Well, considering how often Helg goes nuts whenever Hattori is attacked,
Yes.
Helg yells out to the group that he's going to find Hattori, and that if anybody's man enough to come with him, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, and he puts some of that face paint on and does little things under his eyes.
All right, I like it. I'm digging it.
And anybody who's coming with, I know, do all of the NPCs have weapons or no?
You can probably cobble together some weapons from that battlefield.
Okay, I tell them all to arm themselves because this shit's gonna get bloody.
With you, Nala's going to join you. Orna's dead. I don't know why I still have her. But Nala's going to join you. Wilgreta is going to join you. Ruck is there. He's not. She's not. Rundorth will. So it looks like it's going to be the dwarves and the halfling going. I can't make a decision for the other party members.
Right.
But we'll just say that if they do decide to go, like, we'll what is it? Retcon it to where they do join you.
Okay. Otherwise, we'll just assume they're cowards.
Yes.
Helg runs off in the direction, just full tilt.
Well, Greta says, "Wait."
Helg waits for no man.
Okay, roll a survival check.
Oh God, I fucked this up already.
13. You managed to find your way back to the battlefield.
Excellent. Helg is very distressed right now.
Okay, as you lead the other dwarves on this mission, Nala runs after you, more timid than ever, but still concerned for her friend Hattori, and she's not going to let a sense of dread keep her from her old buddy.
Oh, Helg grabs her by the scruff of the jacket or whatever she's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Pull your shit together.
All right. So we're going to say that you make your way with that check to the battlefield. And at the battlefield, there are still zombies kind of roving. You do see that ghost and you do see that skeleton in the battlefield. The skeleton is kind of shambling, or is kind of going between each fallen zombie and looking like he's like poking them with a staff. The ghost sees you and then he disappears. And we're gonna pause on you guys now. Hattori. Joe.
I like to picture Helg taking off, and then like immediately Bonnie Tyler's "I Need a Hero" starts playing.
Yes.
Hattori's not losing hope. He knows Helg is coming.
Yes. All right. You are tied up.
You know what? Fuck it.
You are free to make some sort of like investigation to discern what's going on. You can try talking to Smokey. You can try talking to Merv or Droth. You try getting the attention of one of the warriors. You tell me what you want to do. These are all options, or you make something up.
Okay. Shit. I'm gonna die. So, how far away is the lady in white?
About 30 feet.
Or the elf in white? And you said she looks like she's in charge?
You don't know if she's in charge, but she looks different from everyone else.
Is she bound?
No. She's naked.
She hot?
She's on an 8 out of 10.
Damn, okay. She like beefy, strong looking, or is she like willowy, frail?
Imagine it is Felicia Day.
Oh, okay, Hattori's not interested.
The frame of Felicia Day. How about that? Talus. It's Talus.
Not interested. Okay, yeah, pass. Strong pass.
Well, we rolled an
I'm
8,
sorry.
so let me cater it to you. She is Gal Gadot.
I'm kidding. But is she bound? Like, how does she look? Does she look scared? Is she sitting like? Is she in charge? Is she like sitting high on a high place?
There's no like real like seating or anything out here, but she definitely looks like she's calm. She looks like she's calm amongst this chaos.
Okay. Hattori says, "Excuse me, white lady."
She looks over at. Are you talking to her? Okay. She looks over at you, and all she does is do this.
I don't like that. Okay. I'm gonna. How badly hurt is Smokey?
Probably as bad as you.
Fuck!
Merv, talks to you in Primordial, and
Fuck! I forgot he was here.
he says,
Where's Duck?
Duck is back at camp. Actually, he's with you guys, Helg.
Quack, quack, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's traveling with you. He definitely would have gone to go try to save Merv.
He's under my arm.
With a little
running
helmet
like
on?
a football player.
he's perched there happily and cooing.
Good.
I'm gonna ask Merv. It's like in Primordial. Fuck! I forgot he was there. Do you have any spells that could break our bonds or release us from this pole?
He says, "That's the thing, Hattori," and he's saying this in his Ganassi Primordial. I've been trying. I don't feel my magic. I feel like I'm being suppressed somehow.
This. Hattori, looking at the ones who are fighting, is just gonna start laughing. Like he's despondent. He doesn't care whether he lives or dies. So he's just laughing his ass off at these people fighting.
Okay.
Because he just, and it's a really, I am definitely laughing at the laugh.
Okay.
Cretans are real. He says, you Cretans are really good at ambushing hapless travelers and killing zombies. But if you were to face, God damn it, if you were to face me in my prime, one-on-one, like honorable warriors, I would destroy you. I would pick you out of my teeth. You're nothing. You're less than nothing. Laughing. Like, yeah. So, that's all I got.
All right. The only one who seems to take notice is the white elf, who looks at you. She kind of like cocks her head, and for the first time, you think she actually is the only person outside of Smokey who has actually understood you. And she kind of laughs and says, "What about the one who took you down?" As she motions over to the woman who was in. Her face was painted red, black, and white. This was definitely like a tank kind of girl who took you out.
Okay.
She kind of looks over at you, and she kind of laughs.
She might almost be worthy of marrying.
She walks up to you, and she's about 10 feet away, and she says, "Mary? Well, we're not going to marry you off, but we are going to sire you, Ganassi."
You know what? As pleasurable as that sounds, I'm afraid I would crush you. I need somebody a little beefier.
Oh, don't worry. You will definitely meet your meet your
Weird,
match
guys.
amongst the Thyran. What?
This is getting weird, guys.
Yeah, like I'm really like I'm really uncomfortable. Like I did not expect them to call me on my shit, and now I'm really uncomfortable. Yeah, I got nothing else. That's
Yep. She looks over at Droth, and then at Merv, and then you, and then Tabaxi, and then Smokey, and she goes, soon, soon. And she slaps you upside the head. You don't take any damage, but you've got like a red mark.
I guess all I can do is hold out for a hero.
All right, Helg. Roll a survival check.
Here I come to save the day.
Well,
Or
great.
not.
You have Ulgreta in your party, so she grants you a +2, so you're at 10. You managed to find a trail of tears, of Merv's tears, but you don't make too much progress. It kind of took you a while to find it outside of on the other side of the battlefield. Also, was there anything else that you wanted to do? Like, did you want to interact with any of the zombies? Did you want to interact with the skeleton?
Is skeleton still nearby?
It's all nearby. Like with an 8, you didn't get far, but you're still within like distance of them. And they didn't really seem to like do any, like they saw you like and your party kind of like going, but they didn't intercede you. They didn't stop you. They didn't attack you. Like they're doing their own thing.
How many are there?
The zombie horde or the skeletons?
The skeletons.
There's one skeleton.
And there's still a fair amount of zombies.
Oh yeah, there's even amongst all of the remnants of the zombies that you guys and that the tribal warriors took out, there's still a good 20 or so.
As much as Held really wants to go crack that skull, it's probably a bad plan, and he's pretty frantic to find Hattori. So he's going to take a breath and ask the what's her face?
Nala? Ulgreta?
One of them to find the path, because he's not freaking out as hard at the moment.
Okay. So like I said, Ulgreta gives you a +2, so you find the path again, but it takes you a while.
Okay.
Okay. Joe, we're back to you. Oh, Joe, are you there?
Joe fell asleep.
That slap really did a number on him. As a side note, Andy, what kind of warlock does Wendy want to be?
I have no idea.
Okay.
This is me right now. Just running nonstop.
I love it.
When Joe gets back, you should tell him that he died.
He's actually about to.
Oh God.
Yeah. Him and Merv.
That's kind of horrible.
This is the Shadowfell. There are all kinds of untold shit going down here, and you guys just like attacked, like entered the fray of this. Like I tried to like, and maybe it's my fault. Maybe I didn't like convey that like these were not meant to be messed with.
Yeah, I probably still would have messed with them.
Okay, but yeah, like you came across some bad news.
Yeah, well.
Joe.
Sorry about that, y'all.
It's okay. So we're back to you. You've been slapped, and she takes Smokey. She unties him, and he goes no, and like he's trying to resist. Oh no, nope, he can't get away. She drags him over to the middle of where the warriors are fighting, and she takes out a knife and stabs him, like guts him, and she tosses him where the warriors were fighting, and they go and they just start to like gorge themselves on him. And as you see this, roll a perception. Or should I do it for you? Let me do it.
Sorry. Yeah, if you don't mind. I'm trying to get with my neighbors and make sure everybody has everybody's number.
Yeah. All right. I rolled a 16 for your perception. You see,
I think I have 3 bonus.
Huh?
I think I have 3 wisdom bonus.
Yes.
It's wisdom, right?
Yes. You still see us.
Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to see it any better.
Okay. Look, hey, don't be smartass. Nobody likes smartass.
So you see out of the corner, like amongst this chaos, you see out from where that cave was a light that is getting brighter and brighter, as if somebody is coming from where that cave is. You see the white elf come back over towards Merv, and she's about 10 feet away from you guys. She hasn't, but she's definitely like looking at Merv, and you see her eyes go black.
Okay. Speaking to her, I point at Smokey and I go, "That's not what siring means."
She says, we don't want a feline's blood to be mixed with ours, but we will take the Ganassi." And she takes, she said, we are interested in the Ganassi in both of you. She motions over, she looks up, and as if like she's like speaking an unseen language that you can't discern, one of the warriors comes over and unhooks Merv. He's going to resist. Oh, natural 1!
I'm gonna kick out at the warrior, I guess, that's attacking Merv.
Yeah. Roll your attack. Or I guess I'll do it. Are you at your computer?
Even if I'm despondent, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yes, I'm at my computer, so let me...
I mean, I just did it.
$15.
Yeah, you managed to kick him.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You can roll your damage. You shin kick him, and he kind of looks at you, and he's like, "Hachikotok!" You don't understand what he said, but he,
Say the exact same thing at him.
You just kicked a Klingon.
they untie Merv and they bring him away and down to where that cave is, where that light is.
Fuck me. I yell, "Can I have Duck?"
What?
I yell, "Can I have Duck?"
He says no. And then he remembers Duck and he just starts crying.
Oh, God damn it.
He goes, he's the only one that's real in all of this. He was with me in limbo. This isn't real. This is just another port of limbo. It has to be. It has to be. And he's like taken beneath.
And then I yell, "I'll take good care of Duck."
All right. Back to Helg.
I sent what I'm doing.
Oh wait.
It's
Helg's
for-
next guy turns him onto this. Oh, is it the big?
No, it's another one.
Oh, it's another one. Let me.
Yeah.
Do you see it, Joe?
And for no apparent reason, I just decided to run.
No, I'm not at my computer.
I keep running.
It's Forrest Gump running.
God damn it. Okay.
It's the best. All right, you stay on the trail. Roll an endurance now. If you're running at full speed.
Where is endurance?
Constitution.
It's not letting me click. Oh, here.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to keep a pretty good pace.
Because my boy's in trouble.
You stay on the trail with Wilgrada's help. Y'all are running for what seems to be a lot of really good dwarven endurance, and y'all are just going.
I assume that there's a bongo sound going doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle as we run because we're
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, speaking of sound, I have music. I can do drums. But
I got music too.
Yeah!
I'm coming for you, Hattori. I'm coming.
I like it. All right. So
I'm sorry. All right.
Droth will so back to Hattori. Droth is there and he says to you, I feel it too. What Merv is talking about. There's something here that's dampening my magic.
I look at him, and without moving, I just point at the pole. Like this seems pretty obvious. I don't think this one takes a rocket scientist.
Okay. He looks at it and he inspects it and he's like, I don't think it's the pole. It's just a
God damn
it's
it.
just a piece of wood that we're tied to. What's wrong with you?
You're a piece of wood.
I mean,
What about the ropes?
you can roll an investigation. I mean,
Can you roll an investigation?
Oh my god, I fucking
Please.
hate you. I'm trying to like I need you to like give me something here, man.
Well, I don't like. It's we're in the middle
Oh
of the
god,
woods,
you
tied
have
to. And it's
a
not the
negative
pole,
to
not the
investigate.
ropes. Like, what?
You
What?
with a 10, you determined that that it's not the ropes. They're pretty mundane ropes. He's also
Moons, no writing. There's no like.
no Droth, and I'm trying to tell you, with that 10, it's actually a 12 because Droth gives you a +2 on investigation checks.
Okay.
It's not the ropes. You've inspected the ropes. It's definitely not the ropes. They are tight, and it's almost as if like whenever you try to struggle against them, you just kind of make it like worse. But it's not the ropes that are magical, or that are dampening your key.
God damn.
You hear a blood curdling scream coming from the cave.
Shut up. I'm trying to think. Like, give me a perception for the immediate area around us. I don't know what else to like. Something is dampening our natural abilities, and it's not our bonds.
Let me draw this out. Okay, Joe. This is the ground. These are the posts, and this is the wood that like you're kind of tied to.
So wait, are we?
It's kind of like a really
like.
huh?
Are we suspended?
No. It's just a really tall. It's just another rung, I guess. But you're not suspended, but you are tied to it. As you noted, you look down. The other, and you weren't here for the first session. Like the ground is firm. There's it's barren out here. It's almost like you're out in West Texas. That type of grounded environment, Joe.
Okay.
But a lot more bleak and barren.
Okay. So it's not.
Roll a perception.
Fuck, man. All right. Hold on.
Or I'll do it for you. Sorry.
Fuck this. I need a drink. I'm gonna be honest. I'm at kind of a loss. Like, I'm not sure what exactly you're trying to convey. Like, did Merv seem any different when they untied him?
No, because they kind of, other than like the madness that he's kind of suffering from. And actually, let me read and make sure that it's not I don't think your perception is at disadvantage. No, you. So your disadvantage is only on initiative, actually.
What the fuck?
Sorry. You notice that the ground is somewhat loose around there.
Like, that's what I was getting at. Like, I wanted to try and pull the posts up.
Did you say you were trying to pull the posts?
But that's what I was, like, thinking about whenever I asked about our strength, and I made that strength check. Well, no, that was for the ropes. Okay, well, now I want to try to pull a post up.
Okay. And this is not with disadvantage. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No, I should have vocalized it. So what did I fail?
Let me do it for you.
Did I fail
The posts?
Okay, and I want to coordinate with what the fuck his name is.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, look, we're gonna try to get out of this. So
How do you have a 0 in your strength?
because remember, I'm a monk, so I use my dex.
That's right. Well, you're not going to be able to dex out of this.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's what I usually do.
Okay, 18. With an 18, you manage to kind of pull up a little bit at one of the posts, utilizing Droth, and you see that the ground kind of, you know how like whenever there's like an earthquake and it kind of splits, like there's a tiny fissure from where the post is, where you kind of pulled up on it. You didn't necessarily pull it all the way out, but the fissure goes to the middle of where this is.
Okay.
You're pulling here, and it goes to the middle. It splits over here, and then this is a lot more loose around here.
Am I able to create water?
You can pee your pants.
You can certainly pee, but you try to summon up that ability, and it's not working. But down here, there is like that fissure that comes over here, and the ground is a little more loose. And Droth looks down at you, and he says, or looks down at it, and he looks at you, and he goes, "I think this is it, Hattori." He starts to try to kick at it.
Yeah, let's do this. I mean, let's do this. I'm just gonna keep trying. If I can't create water, then can I slide horizontally along that?
Yes. I've tried like, huh?
I want us to get right next to each other and go to the other side that needs to be pulled out, and then try again.
This is like that scene in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to be stealthy at all?
I mean,
you look over and they're all feasting on Smokey, so it's not really like they're not really paying attention to you. Droth looks at you and he says, "I think there's something underneath us."
Where's Whitey?
She went into the cave with. She followed one of the warriors and Merv into the cave, along with one of the some of the other female warriors.
God damn it! Why the fuck is everyone making babies? Yeah, like fuck it. Let's just give it a shot while we can. Let's go to the other side and let's try and do this. And I will just coordinate at the same time with 1, 2, 3, pull.
All right.
Excuse me.
No, you're fine. With a 12, it doesn't come all the way out. Oh, you're on the phone. Helg.
Helgs is still running.
All right. Roll me a survival and a constitution.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Bye. Andy.
So many close-ups of Helg's sweaty face. And then you occasionally get like a wide-angle shot of it, and they're just going.
God damn it.
Okay.
Yeah!
That's amazing. Okay, so with a survival of 13 and your constitution of 16, you still manage to keep on this trail, and you're going as much as you can. It's still more of the same bleak, barren. There's less trees now, and more of like hill-y areas where you would be like in West Texas, and you kind of have like, remember that picture that I showed you of the east?
Yep.
Like those dunes? It's starting to kind of turn more into that, but it like minus the desert sand. It's like
Helg doesn't even notice.
okay. All right, Joe.
Yes. Let's just keep fucking pulling. Like, just keep. Like, you know what? At this point, I'm gonna. What is he? Is he a rogue? Is he a wizard? A fighter?
He's a sorcerer.
I'm gonna fucking like take him back to preschool and be like, all right, so we're gonna squat and we're gonna straighten our backs, and I want you to use your thighs, keep your arms like this, and we're just gonna, and like I'm fucking educating this motherfucker.
So he's like
on like, be like we're gonna do this. We can do this because the alternative is getting eaten.
He says it sounds like there's a lot of moaning going on over there now.
Like, yeah, but what do you think they're gonna do to you once you can't get it up? Shit, no, I'm being assertive. Like, I'm despondent. I can't say that. I don't like. You know what? I'll be like, oh, who cares? If we get caught, we're gonna die. So, like, we might as well try. Is that more despondent? That's not even. Should I even be trying this if I'm despondent?
You can. You just have to role play a little more despondent, but like you can still make actions and stuff. It's just a flaw. You can still make choices, but you have that flavor flaw in you now.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, fuck it, who cares? Like, we're already dead. We're as good as dead. Like, make your peace. Let's just at least try to like inconvenience them and spit in the eye of these people before we die.
Mm-hmm. He says, I don't want to pull anymore or try to strain my back anymore, but I think we should be digging instead.
God damn it. All right, well then let's. God damn it, why didn't I think of that?
I'm trying, like, okay, so, like, was I not clear?
Well, because, like, the triangles look like they're, like, well, no, that's not.
Like I said, there was a fissure that came down here, and it kind of looks cracked.
So, yeah, like my thinking was like if we put enough upward pressure, the fissure will continue and we'll just pull it up.
Okay, go for it. Make another strength.
But let's fucking dig. Let's do it. Let's start digging at the ground and clawing and kicking and whatever.
It would really just be kicking because your hands are bound.
Fucking do it. Make this shit happen. Like
you start to kick at it, and then you realize this was probably a bad idea on Droth's part. He's not actually the sharpest right now.
Why was this a bad idea?
So maybe I'm just doing this bad. He's spitting out bad ideas because he isn't thinking straight. You
God
were
damn it.
Yeah, like you are on the right trail. Like keep doing what you're doing. Like roll another strength check, which
Like,
I guess I have to do.
Fuck, shit, fuck. Fucking sorcerers. Do some goddamn push-ups.
All right, with an 18, both of you managed to pull up the posts. They aren't completely out, but that fissure does make it to the rest of the way to where that middle spot is, which is right here. And the ground opens up a little bit. I rolled a 3 for my perception to hear you do this.
Are they out enough so that we might be able to like break the post or like slip out of it? Like I'm not sure exactly how we're restrained. Or can we just like pick the whole fucking thing up and start booking it? Like with a giant post through the woods?
You're tied right here to it, and you were able to kind of like go back and forth, like you kind of shimmied your way like this.
Yeah.
You can try that, but he says, look, do you see that in there? And
Nope.
Underneath, it's a black gemstone that's radiating.
God damn it.
Put it in your butt.
Well, let's like, can we move away from the gemstone?
It's directly underneath here. It's like radiating out.
So can I stomp on it?
Okay. You stomp on it.
I'm shooting in the dark here, man.
You stomp on a hard gemstone.
You don't know. Some gems are not hard.
It kinks. It chinks. Ding, 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 ding.
That's fucking racist. You're racist.
Convince the other dude to eat it.
Well, I guess we got to get away from this gemstone as much as we can.
He looks at you and he says, "This is what's dampening our magic."
You are real observant. Go do some squats.
God damn it! None of these assholes see you.
Let's try and pull away from the. I don't like. It doesn't have to be pretty. Like, let's literally just try and get away. And if that means uprooting the other half of these posts, then let's do that.
All right, let me roll another strength for you. Fuck yeah, you do it. With that, you manage to pull away the posts. There's a loud crack as it like breaks from the ground, and you are successfully, you kind of topple over, both of you, 5 feet away, and you're still well within the radius of this gemstone. But now you draw the ire of the warriors that were eating and dancing.
I kind of like, hello. Book it!
Yeah, right. Pause on you. Helg.
Am I getting closer?
You are, but remember that they galloped away on horseback?
I keep running.
Roll a perception.
I can't touch my perception. There you are.
You see off in the distance a tiny, or not tiny, I guess, a small-sized humanoid person in prison garb with white hair, black skin, who just looks lost out here in the expanse, the nothingness that is the Shadowfell.
Okay, I'm holding Duck still.
Yes.
So I pick up Duck and I go, Duck, what do your duck eyes see? and toss him until he flies towards the.
You toss him, and he kind of like, bloop, and then he like, he goes quack, and then he looks over, and he goes quack, and he like flaps over to her. Quack 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 quack.
God damn it! I don't speak duck. I hate ducks.
He flies over about 100 feet away. You find Ruck.
Hey.
Hey, girl. How you doing?
You're not there.
Doing okay?
I mean, you can go over to her and see.
Oh, yeah. I obviously do.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Joe's child.
Joe's child.
Hello, stranger I've never met.
Hello. I'm on the internet, and you don't know what the internet is. Because you're a baby. So, I run up to her.
She looks at you. She goes, "I'm so glad you're here. I managed to finally get off of that horse. It seemed to be taking me in the direction of where its horse friends are, I guess. But I didn't like being on a horse, and I don't like being here. And I really, really just..." And when you met her in the Earth dungeon, and she was like almost at going to be eaten by that black pudding, she was a lot more spunky and resilient than this person is.
Helg slaps her across the face and tells her to pull yourself together. And I assume she's not armed.
No.
I give her my silent knife, and I say, "Come on."
Nice. She, you slap some sense into her, and placing this dagger into her hand, she kind of seems to regain some of her faculties, her roguish faculties about her, and as if to say, I know I can, yes, this dwarf is right. I do need to pull myself together. Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
And with that, she joins your party. You have successfully regained one NPC.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
As we run into the distance, I want it known that I say, "Oh, I'm going to want that back, by the way."
She goes, "Of course." And then the hero music continues.
I'm coming for you, Hattori. I'm coming.
All right. We go back to Hattori.
I assume at this point we're just running, yelling, "Fuck!"
Yeah, they catch you. There's a bunch of them. You're bound up. Yeah.
I don't think we would have run.
No, but I mean, nice try. I was hoping you could have. Huh?
I've got some music for I've got some music for what Joe just did.
Okay. Yes.
As they take me, I want to be like kicking and biting and scratching, and I want to create water if I can. I want to make a huge mud pit. I know I have 1 HP, but I want to be as inconvenient and delayed for these assholes as I possibly can be. Like, I want to piss myself. I want to shit myself. Like, I want to be dead weight. I want them to have to, like, throw their backs out, picking up 500 pounds of uncooperative dead weight.
As you've managed to get outside of the range of this, you do create water, and you splash them. Droth.
Well, that's a little less dramatic than what I was expecting. Okay.
You're like, yeah, you're running with this thing, and Droth is like behind you, and like you just manage to go, like create water, and it
do some shit, freeze some bitches, set someone on fire, pull their guts out through their assholes.
He casts a spell, and your ropes. He casts rope trick, and the rope, your bounds magically come off.
There's just like her bag in my purse and it's
Yeah.
in the front seat.
Yeah. Okay, that's better than nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not a very sorcerer, are you?
And he says, "Fuck off! We're out of our bounds now." And it's just you and him, kind of like back to back. You're kind of facing this tribal warrior horde that's all kind of staring down at you. Some of them are wet now, and
Congratulations,
Sorry.
you moistened them. Oh my God, you're moist.
I was hoping for like a mud pit grease kind of thing.
no,
Like, okay.
that's not. You can't create that much water to create like a mud pit.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm just gonna be as resistant as I know. I've got 1 HP, so I'm about to go down. But it's like I'm just gonna be as big a pain in the ass as I can.
Okay, you go to you're standing there. You're in your fighter stance. That your monks have trained you on for so long. The sorcerer right next to you. He is kind of there next. Just standing resilient, and he goes, "Okay, I know that you just rescued us, and then you're here. You seem to have like some sort of like water powers to you, and I'm going to need you to draw upon them right now. Do it. I've seen it. I've seen the others. I've seen the Fathomers do it before. If you got that in you, please do so."
Fucking Fathomers. That's the best name ever, new bestie. Well, second bestie.
I was gonna say Helg's pace slows a little.
Joe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna before you water whip them. Okay, so you cast water whip, but as you do, you actually turn your you kind of do Katara style and like whip up like the octopus ring of water around you.
So
What?
like, for how I'm an entertainer, can I like
Yes.
pull a WWE promo on these fools? Can I roll for intimidation?
Yes, do it, or I'll do it for you, I guess.
Okay. I my character sheet I left it on disadvantage, so
I got
hold
you.
on.
I'll put it on normal.
So like I'm just gonna start screaming and hollering and like laughing and like now that I'm free, and I'm gonna start speaking in gibberish like I'm conjuring some old power, and like
So 14, and then I got
God damn it.
you have a 14. I need to roll against that.
Is the best fucking name for Water Ganassi.
Who?
Like I don't know if he was trying to be racist, but that's a baller ass name.
Fathomer?
Yeah.
They are thoroughly intimidated by you.
I'm just gonna start going off like fucking Hulk Hogan style, talking about how like when Hatora Mania comes through your town, what you gonna do? Like you're not gonna be safe in your houses. You're not gonna be safe in your churches. You're not gonna be safe in your forests. Talking bullshit as much as I can to stall.
Okay. You do so.
And I'm just looking at Roth as I water whip, be like, is this what you're talking about?
And he looks at you and he goes, close enough, I guess. I thought that you could turn into that water serpent, but this is good too.
Stop, wait, can I?
Remember you were studying...
I know, I was studying roll, but I thought that gave me water whip.
It did, but he was hoping that you could do that. He doesn't know that about you. He doesn't know that you're not part of the water cult.
Oh, motherfucker. Stupid bullshit ass water cult. Yeah, I'm gonna create water all around us, like just for show.
Mm-hmm.
If I can as like a torrential rain, great. If not, like just one cube that falls on them, and I'm just gonna start water whipping bitches.
Yep. Like I said, you conjure up your water whips, octopus style. You're kind of going like this and that, and just intimidating them, kind of slapping them across the cheek, kind of keeping them at bay. He looks over, and over at the mouth of the cave emerges the white elf, and she just kind of looks at you and she goes, "Ah, something interesting finally."
What?
And with that, we'll call it.
Listen for it.
So
Okay.
So yeah, because these are supposed to be kind of short sessions.
well, I'm glad Helga got some cardio in.
Yes.
Yeah. I know it took me a while to get there, but that was very enjoyable, Andrew. Thank you for accommodating me. So
Yeah, your any questions, comments, concerns, your feedback is important to try to make the game better. Helg?
I got nothing.
Okay.
yeah, this was fun, man. Thank you for doing this. Even though it was just the two of us.
No, it was fun. I'm glad you finally kind of broke out of it. I tried to make it. I'm not trying to like hand it to you, but I also don't want it to be super hard either. So if I need to like be better at descriptions, then I think that's
It
where.
just took me. I think it's just been a while since I played, and I just wasn't. I don't think I was in the right headspace. Like, I just kind of sat there. I didn't really. I think I probably could have done better on my end. So, no, it was enjoyable.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're at the end of this comic book thing where you're kind of like standing off there with like your octopus arms, and like you've got like the horde in front of you. We've got off into like another panel, Helg and all of his dwarvish halfling friends.
Taking a rest so they can catch their breath, doing some butterfly stretches.
I really want like for Joe to be backed up against like a cliff or something like that, and for me to just dramatically leap over and land in front of you.
Jump.
That's what I want to happen, but I know me, so I'll probably like stumble and fall in front of him and somehow end up with all of my weapons falling out and banging on a knife awkwardly. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as one of those weapons finds their way into like someone fleshy, I
Yeah.
feel like it'll be all right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you guys again for joining. We'll try to do. We'll figure out another night or another maybe Sunday or something. We'll figure something out.
Sounds good.
Andy, just let me know when you want to do Wendy's character.
Yeah, sometime tomorrow after work would be good.
Okay, I can swing that.
Cool.
All right.
I'll see you guys later.
See you later, Andy.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.
All right.
Thanks again, Andrew.
Yeah. I'll call you later.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you later.